edition. This particular website and program, the gamification of it, has been created for educators as well as the learners. We can see within the website that the design itself lends itself to a less mature audience, not quite as much razzle-dazzle, but some well-founded graphics and text. We also see that through the videos and the presentation that Minecraft Education Edition is attempting to get teachers' interest piqued for teaching particular areas in learning lessons.
Minecraft is this environment, that virtual environment that you can bring students into. They can build, they can create. You can join them in that space and build and create, and they can connect with their fellow classmates and design and create amazing things. Anything you can imagine.
You have to play.
Minecraft's had.
So as we can see with Minecraft, it is being pushed here for the audience of the teacher. What are they going to be capable of doing within the Minecraft world? As we look at the Minecraft itself, we see that the collaboration on projects with classmates is a very big issue. They also work with documents that they're able to share in the classroom. This is for both the students and the teachers. They are able to personalize the game. So this is one feature especially directed towards the audience of the learner, being able to create their own world within Minecraft while learning. And then we have the effectively communicate learning objectives in the game. I'm not particularly impressed by this just because the text is very difficult to read. But it at least gets the information out there. This appeals to both the students and the instructors, because the instructor needs to be able to put their objectives forward, while the students need that guidance and direction within their learning. And then we have the play in a secure environment. This, of course, would be done through their school, at the school district level. The school district itself has to have the Microsoft applications, Office applications, and education applications on their servers for the students to be able to utilize Minecraft. But most school districts have this availability for their students. And then, of course, they have helpful guides to help them through the process of their lesson learning and understanding how to play the game. So we see quite a bit of graphics and information that is geared towards the two different audiences, the instructor as well as the student. I think the goals of this particular resource is to make a tool available that is easy for teachers to implement gamification on the electronic side of things. Minecraft is a very well-known game. Many of students have already played it on the game side of things. So it makes some sense for Minecraft to develop an education side that that is easy for teachers to implement and create these worlds and bring their students into a game that is directed at learning specific topics. The designers themselves, I'm not able to get into too much of the details because Quinnipiac University has to give me permission through our Microsoft account to be able to set up my account. So I wasn't able to actually go physically into a lesson. They do give a sample of one, and I selected Learning Economics. So here we'll take a quick look at the lesson. Let's see, as quick as my internet will go. The lesson plan for learning economics through Minecraft. As we see here, they've clearly using pretty much the terms that we find within our lessons, have created learning objectives for this. This is once again about economics, learning economics, productive resources. They have a social aspect for discussions, and they also have a place where you can take notes, so that you can record and keep that information. So this is geared towards both the teacher, once again, and the learners that will be playing the game. Um, we have clearly identified learning objectives, guiding ideas. So this is geared towards the teachers, ways to submit and produce concepts for the learning environment. Talks about the standards, the content standards. It also gives us an introduction to the resources that we're going to find, and the learning that is going to be addressed within the game itself. And then it gives us plenty of other handouts and different things that we can look at in order to analyze and see if we want to implement this within our classroom. The multimedia principles are pretty outstanding in this. We, however, see we the one thing that I'm noticing about this particular application is that it has a lot of extraneous load. The game itself is designed in a fashion that sort of takes away from the learning in order to graphically enhance things. So the extraneous load I'm a little bit concerned about on this particular one. Um, we we see some problems with the coherence, that they don't that or they have quite a bit of extraneous material. Their signaling is a little bit off as well, because they end up highlighting um, areas of the game that are not necessarily essential to the learning of economics. But on the other side, they also have a game that's specifically designed to gradually teach students how to uh, economically build a building. Um, the redundancy within it is also an area that um, they do pretty well with, because they have both captions, they have textual learning, they have audio at the same time, all focused on the same area of this topic. Um, the printed words and so forth, it's almost like the extraneous. I question um, their the loads that they're putting cognitively on their students, because there's so much going on, and the words and the graphics don't always match up. Um, but we do see within it that the spoken words, the temporal cognitivity of it, is pretty well in line with what the images are. So all in all, I'd give this maybe about a 5 or a 6 on a scale of 1 to 10, in meeting the um, necessary uh, qualifications in order to appropriately do online gamification learning. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation.